Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Cover the Spread for Tuesday, May 6th. Hey, if you're new to Cover the Spread, hey, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Make sure you subscribe and hey, give us a thumbs up or that like button. Hey, it's right there as you pass on by to subscribe. It's right over there. Just hit it for us. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now, let's get to the plays we got here on this Tuesday slate. We got some good ones. We've got a couple NBA playoff game twos here in this matchup. So excited. Actually, we got one game one, one game two. Sorry, before I misspoke, we have one game one game two in the NBA playoff action. And then we'll throw in an MLB play there as well. But let's get to the cappers and then we'll get to those plays for you. Kicking on over to Al. It's time to get us started. How are you doing on this Tuesday, Al?
Doing all right. Had a pretty good week last week. The weekend was not perfect, but we're trying to keep it rolling here. Trying to keep win more than we lose is the goal.
Definitely, that is the goal. Win more than we lose. Definitely, that's definitely what we're trying to do here. We're trying to cover the spread. So, how are you doing here, Ramon?
Yeah, Rod, I extended the weekend. Well, you gave me Star Wars Day, and then I had a bunch of tacos and beer on Cinco de Mayo Monday. So just getting back to normal here on Tuesday. Let's pick some winners on Cover the Spread.
Right? I bet you there was a lot of people taking the extended weekend. So I'm quite sure that there were a lot of extended weekends going on here. Tuesday might be hey, some people might not want to look at Taco Tuesday the same and be like, hey, I just had too many yesterday and now we got Taco Tuesday rolling. So it's like, oh might be one of those days, but not for us here and Cover the Spread. We're gonna get us some winners here for you. So let's kick it off. We're gonna head on over to the MLB action. And today's game we're looking at here, we got the Dodgers taking on the Marlins. Hey, we just seen this kind of like Groundhog Day. It's let's run it back again. Hey, this is Al's game. We're gonna kick it off over to Al. Dodgers, Marlins to get us started here on Tuesday.
Yeah, gonna look at my Dodgers here. They were pretty big favorites in the last meeting and on the road this time. So we're gonna get a better price on them and still think they get the job done here despite being on the road. Speaking of winning more than losing, this is certainly what the Dodgers have done so far this season. The Marlins, not so much, unfortunately. And Cal Quantrill getting the start for them. He has had a rough season so far. On the other side, you got Tony Gonsolin getting the start for the Dodgers, who had his season debut and lone start of the season against the Marlins. Pretty mixed numbers there. You can see a pretty elevated ERA at 4.5, but other than that, he put up some pretty good numbers, pretty 1.0 whip, and did pretty well against most of this lineup, except for Kyle Stowers that got 3 hits and 3 at-bats against him, including that 3 RBI homer off him. So, yeah, he's going to have to be a little more careful with him, but as long as he can pitch around him, I think he does well enough and should get plenty of run support by one of the best lineups in the league that should be able to get to Quantrill again and get us a comfortable win here. I'll be looking at the Dodgers minus 1.5 on the run line. And again, if this number gets out of control by the time you see this, I'd go ahead and lay the minus 2.5 as well and take a -2 there.
Head on over to Ramon. What do you like hearing this one? Dodgers or Marlins on Tuesday?
Yeah, well, Quantrill doesn't have great numbers against the Dodgers. That's for sure. This lineup he's going to be facing definitely is going to have a batting average of well over 300. It feels like what we see with, you mentioned Stowers and maybe Xavier Edwards is looking really good and Sanchez as well. So I'm going to end up looking to the over here in this one. These guys certainly have had a few high-scoring games between them, especially late last season. I think the Dodgers put up 20 on these guys in a late-season matchup. So the Dodgers ranking top 5, in scoring and slugging here right now. And Quantrill, he's not going to go, more than 5, I would think here. You might look to some pitcher props here in that one with what my comment is there. Miami's got that shaky bullpen, certainly about a run higher than the Dodgers. Dodgers actually admired kind of towards the middle. Usually they're a little bit better right now, but good thing they've got plenty of starting pitchers to load up here with those injuries. Gonsolin looked good, I thought, in that matchup. No walks in that game against the Marlins. My man Kyle Stowers has some success against him, but just too many struggles, it feels like, for Quantrill. You look at Miami also, 20-9 to the over as an underdog this season. Dodgers 17-13 to the over as a favorite. I'm going to take the over here in this one with the Dodgers and Miami here on Tuesday night.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ramon. Give me the over here in this one. In the earlier meeting, we seen 12-7 in that one. We seen the ball, right? 19 runs, and I think this opens at this might open 9.5, but I think it soonly gets bet right up and over, up to 10, because we've seen this game close at 10 last time these two teams met back April 30th. So 6 days ago, we've seen this close at 10. We might even see 10.5 in this matchup. But still like the over. Why? It's only one thing these two teams do together. It definitely ain't pitching gems. You look at the last 10 head-to-head, 9-1 to that over. We've seen, did anybody remember that 20 spot that the Dodgers blunked on the Marlins not too long ago to end last year? I remember that 20 spot. The Marlins definitely remember getting blunked for 20 as well. We could see it here today, so definitely bring your glove to the ballpark. Today on Tuesday, you probably snag a couple. That wraps up the first MLB game we got rolling here on Tuesday. Let's get to some NBA playoff action. Hey, the first game we're looking at up here in this one is game 2, Pacers, Cavs. Hey, look at the Pacers come rolling into Cleveland and grab that game 1 win. Hey, when you're the dog and you're on the road, you're looking for that split. Well, hey, if you can get 2 on the road, that would be even a better thing. And I can't believe this line's at 10. It opened 8.5 and it's skyrocketed. We've seen that people are thinking the same thing, that the Cavs can't go down 0-2, especially in their own building. But expecting them to win by 10? I don't know. That's pushing a number. This Pacers team looked pretty good against the Cavs. They had things figured out. It was the Cavs that were reeling most of the game, trying to figure things out and trying to get back at this Pacers squad. This total opened back again at 229.5. You know what? I wouldn't be shocked if we get the same kind of game pace-wise and gets us back up and over the total. But at 10, talk about disrespecting this Pacers squad. They're just not going to roll over and die here in this one and just be like, we got the 1 win. We're not even going to attempt game 2. We'll just sit here and wait till we go home. That's not going to happen. This Pacers squad is going to be out for blood and getting another win. I'm sure in their head going, man, we stole game 1. Let's try to steal game 2. And as a better, I'm going to grab the Pacers plus the 10. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than what bookmakers are giving us. I'll take those 10 points here in this one. Head on over to Al. What do you think here in this one? Pacers or Cavs on Tuesday night?
Yeah, I got to agree with pretty much every single thing you said. I mean, this line is pretty disrespectful. I mean, you gotta think. I still think the Cavs may be the better team on paper, but 10 points is still 10 points, and I do not think they're 10 points better than the Pacers. If I want to give this one a different look, I might take the points with the Pacers in the first half right here. They're getting 6 right now, so you're getting 2 possessions with them going into the locker room. I think that's another good look. As you said, I don't think they just come out weak either. They should keep this game competitive early and throughout. So I kind of like them first half and full game. Take your pick, whichever one you like best, or maybe both.
Or both. Right? Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Pacers or Cavs Tuesday night?
Well, you said it, because look what happened, right? In that first game, the pace was blistering there early, right? And the shots were falling, not just for the Pacers. The Cavs were hitting theirs too, but it was kind of a stunner the way the Pacers came out and stole the momentum of the game. It felt like right away. You said it, Rod. The Cavs were up there trying to figure things out, and they really never did there. And yeah, the game did slow down there a little bit late, but it didn't ever feel like it was going to stay under. Yeah, they needed a little bit of work there to get it up and over the 230 range. Combined, or actually, it probably expected a 240 if you look at what these teams do against one another and kind of the pace, the way it goes. Both teams do kind of have high octane offenses and pace it up for sure. And the playoff scoring trends to me kind of feel like a high scoring game. Cleveland's home games have been pretty high scoring so far, and Indiana's road games, we know, as good as they've been, maybe they're a little lackluster a little bit on the road, but man, Siakam was terrific. I thought he played a great role in that game. Hallie as well was pretty strong. So I think just the versatile offense of Indiana, the balanced scoring, they had 7 players in double digits in that game. So they'll look to pace it up again. You're right. There's no reason not to go with that same strategy there in this one. I don't know if Cleveland, the interior, my man Mobley looked a little bit shaky there, actually. So I'm going to go over, like you said there, Rod, and kind of teased me into it a little bit. It's still going to be up there, 229.5 or so, but the way they got off, the Pacers got to do it again. You said it, Al. Same strategy. Go for it, Pacers. Run. Try to gun, if you will, the Cavs here. I'll take over on Tuesday night once again with these two, Pacers and Cavs.
Definitely. All right, let's get on to the game one, Warriors Timberwolves here on Tuesday night. This opened 5.5 for the Timberwolves, and it's been bet up a little bit, up to 7 in some places. Also, total opened to 207.5, and that's been bet up to about 208 in some spots. So definitely shop your number depending on what side you want. We'll kick on over to Ramon to get started on his game here. Warriors or Timberwolves Tuesday night.
Yeah, the Wolves are going to have the rest advantage here for sure. I mean, it seems like, they were able to knock off those Lakers and have a little bit of rest here. And the Warriors, meanwhile, had to, kind of rush it in here, I think, to get to this position. But no problem, it felt like, for the Warriors with that game on Sunday night. Look, they were terrific in that game, no doubt. So I'm not too worried about the rest disadvantage here necessarily, even though they've had the 4 extra days of rest, and you'd think the fatigue, they're older for sure. Curry, Butler, Green, I don't have to explain it, that these guys are the older legs, if you will, but I just think the regular season dominance for the Warriors over the Wolves at 3-1 against them. And Warriors, look, on the road this season, 24-16 against the spread, 14-11 against the spread as a dog for Golden State. Minnesota, meanwhile, they were actually one of the worst teams at home, especially out of the playoff teams against the spread, 17-23 against the spread, and 27-36 as a favorite. The Warriors, what do they have, guys, over Minnesota here? The playoff experience. I think we all know and agree that that's the case here. So I have this line really closer to 3.5 here. So I got to take these what I feel are extra points. Maybe those extra points, guys, you tell me, but I think the extra points are kind of tacked on there because of the rest advantage here. Because look, if you look at the seeding, right, these two teams are relatively close. Maybe the NBA needs to fix this, Rod, because you would think that the NBA brackets are determined, but you have the 6 and the 7 seed, while the 1 and the 4 are getting it on in the other half of the bracket. So remember, Minnesota's a 6 seed, Golden State's a 7 seed. There's not much difference between these two teams. I'm taking the points on Tuesday night with Golden State.
And Howard Al, what do you like here in this one? Warriors or Timberwolves on Tuesday night?
Yeah, the Timberwolves definitely have to be feeling good about themselves after that series against the Lakers. The Warriors obviously less impressive against the Rockets. But again, Ramon's right. I mean, it does feel like it's a few too many points. Yes, they are more rested and they are at home. So I guess you could start justifying that line. But I'm not interested in laying more than 2 possessions here in many of these playoff games anymore. So, I think all the blowouts should be out the way at this point. Or I don't want to give away too much by saying that, but I think at this stage of the competition, it's it's not many mediocre teams left. And I think, especially in this case, as you mentioned, a team as experienced with as much talent as the Warriors can definitely keep it within 2 possessions. I agree with you on the full pick. If you like the Wolves, I'd consider them -2 in the first quarter, but I think this play on the full game, getting 7 points as of right now, is the play to go on the Warriors. Is the way to go.
And for me in this one, I like the over in this one between these two squads. You look at this total, I think it's a touch light where it's sitting right now. You look at the 4 totals that we've seen this year in these 2 meetings. We've seen 220, 216, 218, 217. We went under in that first one. We went under the 218. So at 216, we easily get into the over the 210 at this one. And I think this Timberwolves squad's just too rested here in this spot, and I think they're going to want to run it up and just go, push the pace here in this one. Do this Minnesota squad, especially here at home, to start this game 1. Crowd's going to be going absolutely bananas. Minnesota's going to feed off of that pace of the crowd, and I think they're going to want to run and gun it. And this Warriors squad, as much as we've seen them play defense in that last game against Houston, I don't think you're going to be able to do that so much here against the Timberwolves dominance like that. You also got to remember that no Jimmy Buckets in any of those meetings head-to-head between these squads this year. This will be the first time you got to induce him into the lineup for the Warriors because he wasn't there back in January because they haven't played in like months head-to-head. So I don't know how much hindsight into those trends, but I like the over here. I really do. Even with that rest advantage, I think Minnesota's going to push the pace. And I think Warriors, after having to play a longer series and not as rested in this spot, that's disadvantage. Hey, rest doesn't always equal rust. Sometimes this Warriors team will just start hucking up shots as well, and those shots will fall. I like the over here. I think we can get plenty of points from both sides. And lean with you guys to the close. It's just too many points, right? There's a whole pile of points in a game that's probably a lot closer than people are thinking here in this one as a runaway. It's been bet that way, like a runaway, but I don't think so. Watch out, this Warriors squad. Definitely. Some people have called them old, but I don't think they're that old. They're a little more grizzled veterans on this squad, and we know how they can play. So it should be an exciting one here in this one. So far, we've seen some good ones, so I can't wait for the rest of these round 2 actions. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in here on this Tuesday. Excited to get to it. And, hey, let us know what you think in the comment section below on these 3 games we covered. And, as always, we'll do a quick little recap on the games we got rolling. First game we looked at was the Dodgers taking on the Marlins. This was Al's game. He says, lay the run line. If that line gets crazy, then, hey, throw a little on that 2.5 as well. Dodgers going to roll them again. Next game we looked at, we got the Pacers taking on the Cavs, and this line skyrocketed up to double digits in spots. Disrespect to the Pacers. Grab the Pacers plus the points there in that one. That's the one I looked at. And then Ramon's game, he's got the Warriors here coming into Minnesota. And a little disrespect on the Warriors side because they think they're going to get whooped. But at least that's what the bookmakers think. We know better. Grab the Warriors there in that one. To keep it close with the Timberwolves in that one, Ramon's game. Grab those 7 points. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have yourself a wonderful Tuesday, everybody. Let's go 3-0 here on Tuesday. I can feel it. We're going to tackle the books and crush them. Because what are we doing here? We're covering the spread.
Cover the spread.